Hey everybody, looks like we're live now with Richard. Hey Richard, this is the
Hey, how
Master
you doing,
Distiller.
Arma?
Good man, how are you?
Oh, awesome. Getting ready for the snow here up in New York.
Oh yeah, it's gonna snow here in DC as well. This is our new warehouse, our new facility. Didn't intend to be like this. We didn't purchase any of this. It just came with the warehouse. And what's funny, which you mentioned earlier, is that it says notebook bar here because this used to be a bookstore, which is pretty fitting for a library, right? Because there's all these book spaces, and then there's the shipping facility in the back behind me. But super excited for everybody to taste a lot of cool barrels. Hey Steve, hey Jason, hey Cyrus, hey Jesse, hey everybody who's watching. Thank you so much for joining. Richard, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about how you got started in whiskey?
Sure. So we actually just celebrated our 19th anniversary. We're the 100th distillery in the country. So one of the original guys in the craft world. And in my prior life, I'm a degreed electrical engineer and had an MBA in finance. So I did worldwide business development in the semiconductor industry. And when you're traveling overseas and around the country and spending a lot of time away from home, you look for things to do during your downtime. And I got very interested in brewing, winemaking, and distilling. And spent a lot of time over in Asia and Japan and throughout Europe on the West Coast, up in Napa. And Lexmark is one of my customers. And I've been to Japan like 20 times. And in the late 90s, early 2000s, distilleries were very accessible. And all the distillers spoke English. You could go in and speak to them. So I became very interested in whiskey and the whole production and my engineering mentality. I just love the whole process of it. Took some classes at Cornell, and mid 2000s, I just decided to start Long Island Spirits. Long Island Spirits were out on the east end of Long Island or on the North Fork, and a lot of people have a mental picture of Long Island being this suburban sprawl, but there's an area that separates suburban Long Island from more agricultural and rural, if you will, Long Island. There's farms dating back to the 1600s out on the East End, and there's a very vibrant winemaking community. So we have access to a lot of field corn, winter rye, winter wheat. So we use all local grains in our production. The water source for Long Island is actually fantastic. It's one of the most pure water sources on the East Coast. We sit atop the Mahogany Aquifer. So when Long Island was formed, this giant sandbar, the glaciers stopped, created this gigantic sandbar, which is Long Island today. But underneath it, about 500 feet, lays these pure water sources, aquifers that are 250 feet deep, below the 500-foot level, and there's no iron, so they're just very spirit friendly to make spirits with. So great water source, great climate. We've got very hot and humid summers for making whiskey, very cold, as you can tell, winters here, and we get a maritime influence as well, just by the fact that our barrel house, we sit back up to about 100 acres of farmland. Right behind a tree line is the Long Island Sound, and we get a huge influence on our barrels from the sea spray. So you'll get a little bit of salinity in our spirits. So, that's kind of the background of me and the distillery. And then as we go through the spirit tasting, I'll tell you what's kind of some of the other unique characteristics of what makes our spirits kind of special.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. Here we have Jason as well. And
Hey,
I've sent an invite to a bunch of people who are joining, who are watching. If you want to join us, Bruce is also here now. Hey, Bruce, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing? Hi, Rich.
And take part.
Hi, Jason. How are you guys doing?
Hey. So yeah, we'll all be tasting together. I have 4 barrels here. all starting with RROL 26-1. And this is an 8-year barrel. So what made you distill bourbon and like decide that, hey, I'm gonna hold off these barrels for until they turn 8 or until they turn older,
Sure.
and not just bottle them at like 4 or 6 years? Like 8 years back, you must have had some thought behind these barrels that we're about to taste.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we started the distillery, Long Island Spirits, we're also known as LIV. We started out making potato vodka, and then right after we started making our vodkas, we got approached by a lot of the wineries to, make. They had bulk leftover wine, so we did a lot of brandy. So we've got Christian Carl stills. They're hybrid twin 650-liter stills and twin 35-foot rectification columns. So we can make, and they also, one of them has a gin head on it. So very versatile stills. So one of the cool things about having a distillery is you can experiment a lot. And so we were making vodka in the beginning just to pay the bills and get things up and running. And we developed a great reputation, initially making a lot of our own potato vodka. And now we make a wonderful corn-based vodka as well, just because getting into bourbon, we've got access to a ton of field corn. But with respect to aging our spirits, we started out, we always wanted to hold back some of the things we produced, just to experiment. And, distilling is it's an ongoing open laboratory where you're constantly trying to tweak things, make them a little better, make them improve yields. And so, I go back and taste some of the whiskeys we made when we first came out. They're not, they're definitely not as good as what we're putting out now. But when we held back, we started holding back in about 2011, or some of our first whiskeys, and we introduced our first release of Old Lion right after COVID in 2021, and we continued to hold back some other barrels, but we noticed because we use a char level 2 on our barrels. It's a softer maturation. It softens a lot of the flavor profile. Some of the other unique things that we do is we do sweet mash fermentation. So it lowers the acidity level in the distillate. And by doing that, it also softens the flavor profile. So the combination of different things, what we noticed that they tend to get a little oakier after the 8-9-year-old age. So we've got some barrels that went to 11 years old that we had released just as Old Lion 8s. And I'll be honest with you, they don't taste as good as our sweet spot is around in the 8 to 9 range, just for these types of whiskeys that we're putting out. They don't show as well in the 10 to 12-year range. So that's the thinking for this particular mash bill and barrel combination. So using a light char, high rye combination for us in our microclimate kind of works best.
What's your favorite thing that you've made so far? According to you, what's your favorite thing that you've made so far? Every distiller has their own little favorite thing that they've made so far. So
what I'm sharing with you tonight, I wanted to showcase. I love these. I love the Old Lion. It's a very regal flavor profile. You're gonna get a ton of flavor, not a ton of heat. They're very stylish whiskeys on the palate. I think it's been a long week. It's getting time to start our first pour. So what do you think? Let's go down the line. We'll start with 1. What do you think?
Yes, let's do the 1, 2, and 3, and then after 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely use this right now.
I'm sure people were waiting for us to stop talking and then just start tasting the barrels.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Rich, is there anything special about these barrels, like different?
They live in a certain
Lake house?
spot. Yeah, they live in the south side of the barrel house, and they always rest at the top. So they, in the summers, it gets up to about 120 degrees. The barrel house is about 28 feet tall, so it just gets so hot at the top. What are you guys getting there in terms of on the palate?
It's a little husky, so I'm getting some grassy notes. But the finish is probably my favorite part of this whiskey. It's a very mellow, soft finish, like a warm hug, similar to a wheated bourbon.
Like dry leather. Yep.
Yep, exactly. So, a lot of the Rough Rider 8, even this one that we did a barrel pick with, 1665 barrel, it always has that wheated mash bill feeling, even though it's a high rye bourbon.
Yeah.
I know you make the Field and Sound, which is a wheated mash bill, and the Rough Rider is supposed to be a high rye bourbon, but it starts off telling you that it's a little spicy. So I have some rye in myself, but then finishes off being that soft sponge cake, just a warm hug like a wheated bourbon.
Right. Well, one of the interesting things about the ryes on Long Island are, rye is, the farmers refer to them as a cleansing grain. They're deep rooted, and being surrounded by wineries, our ryes tend to have a sweetness to it. They're one of the only grains that are influenced by terroir. So you'll pick up some sweet notes in our rye, even though it's obviously a spicy grain. It tends to show a little softer than a lot of heavy spice ryes.
Yeah. I also realized this. Go ahead.
I like it, Rich. It's, you can smell the heat when you smell it on the nose, but going down, it's very smooth going down, and then you get like this finish of heat down the back of your throat.
Yeah,
that is actually soothing.
Oh yeah, and at 126 proof, I mean.
I found it kind of lingers there, that warmth and that like you said, when it hits the back of your palate, there's the spice there, but who was it? Arnav said that warm hug.
Yeah, the warm hug.
Fantastic. Yeah. I like the way they put that.
The warm hug is my way of defining a wheated bourbon, but it applies to this. Like Shannon said, though, I feel like after like 10 seconds of giving you that warm hug, it also sort of dries your mouth, so it feels more like a 9-year or a more oaked bourbon. So it has that oakiness in it.
Yeah.
But another thing I realized is when you in the nose, I don't know if anybody else is getting the same thing, but I'm getting a little bit of the muddiness, the same sort of note that you get in the Rough Rider Daiquiri Beach or a rum finished bourbon.
Yeah, it's definitely got like some sweetness in the middle there, but it does have a little bit of oakiness and a little bit of earth that brings out that sweetness a little bit more.
Yeah, we do a lot of different things. Like on the front end, we're like doing sweet mash fermentation as opposed to sour mash. Kind of gives us, when you propagate each time, we take, that's the interesting thing about like when we started, we were influenced more by wineries and breweries. There was no ecosystem of craft distilling when we started. So being out on the East End, there was already an established wine community. So, people that worked for me in the beginning, they're like, hey, why don't you try different yeast strains? So, we make a rye using a champagne yeast. So we do lower, slower fermentations than a traditional, just get it fermented, get the still, and let the barrel do the work. We do a lot of front end work. So our distillate going into the barrel is not going to be the same distillate that, comes off a column still. There's a lot of things we do on the front end, including the stills, using a pot still versus a column still, that allows you to a lot more differentiation in the flavor profiles.
Now, are you getting a lot of your yeast strains from White Labs and like custom ordering them?
Yeah, we use but they're not custom ordering. We just use more.
Just the catalog.
Yeah. But there's a million of them. But we were influenced by the wine industry, so we adopted some wines, not traditional whiskey strains, but wine strains.
Yeah, and I used to work for Illumina, and we did a lot of the genetic profiling of the yeast strains old labs, like, what is that, 15 years ago. So
did you live in San Diego or?
Yeah, I lived in San Diego.
Oh, I used to live in San Diego in the late 90s, early 2000s. Carlsbad.
Yep, I lived in Poway.
Oh, Poway. I worked in Rancho Bernardo. Love the Rancho Bernardo Inn.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys ready to try two?
So this is the RROL 262.
Yes. This is a little more comfortable than actually being in the barrel house tonight. It's probably like 8 degrees in there.
Oh yeah.
No, I've already got a fire going for the winter storm. So.
Oh, it's going to be brutal here.
Oh my God, this one's so much. It's so different from the first one. It's so floral.
Yeah, this one's a little brighter. I've tasted these, and yeah, this is a nice one.
Hey Nick, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Hey Nick.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. I haven't tasted this yet, but the nose is just amazing. I just hope it doesn't disappoint me in the palate, because when the nose is so good, I'm always like, I have high expectations.
Yeah, no, this is good stuff, Arnav. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising on the front end.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I should have left this as 4 because this was everyone's favorite. The
funny thing, I really like the notes of this. I like the notes of this, but I actually like one better as kind of a drinking whiskey.
Hmm.
This is probably better. They all have different personalities. They're all,
right. Rich is right. Different personalities here. And Jason, I don't know which one I like better, but they're very, very different. Very different.
They are very different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, salt water on the nose.
Yeah, I get the little bit of salinity, but it's like a floral salinity.
Mm.
By the way, Mike is an absolute fan of the Rough Rider Daiquiri Beach. Everything rum finish, Mike is the biggest fan.
Love it.
I know, Arnav, you're talking me into the Daiquiri Beach just by talking about it.
Oh yeah, I've got it right here. I've got the whole Rough Rider lineup here. I've got one bottle of the Field and Sound Rye.
Yeah, well, next time you got anybody ever out on Long Island, love to show you. We'll, we'll talk about Daiquiri Beach a little bit later. But we actually made the rum that those barrels went into, and I'll tell you the story behind it.
Oh, nice.
I like the first one for the finish, but the second one for the nose and the palate is much better.
Yeah, that up front, like bouquet that you get is very nice on two.
Yeah, it really does.
So, Mike, do you like the Field and Sound rum finish more or the Daiquiri Beach Rough Rider more?
Right. guys ready to try 3?
Feel and sound by those. Cool.
He likes the feel and sound better than the daiquiri?
Yeah, he likes the feel and sound rum finish better than the daiquiri beach rum finish.
Well, it's 120 proof, the feel and sound.
Yeah, it's a little hot for me. I don't know. I disagree with Mike.
And they're different aging. There's a different aging regimen on both of them too. The Rough Rider, the Daiquiri Beach has got older finishing in the rum and a little bit older whiskey, barrel entry.
Wow. I feel like the feel and sound was just Daiquiri Beach, but more rum and more of the wet rock nose on it. Yeah. All right, you guys ready for RROL 26.3?
Yeah.
The third sample.
Here you go. Bottom up, gentlemen. Oh, okay. Nice and warm as it goes in, smooth going down.
This one has a lot more alcohol in the nose.
Agreed, Jason.
Not as much heat on this one.
It's the same lot.
No.
They've got filled at the same time. It's so funny.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
It's very smooth, very drinkable.
Yeah, this one's really balanced.
Yeah, exactly, Rich. Thanks. That's a good way to put it. Very balanced. The palate's good. Going down is nice and smooth. No burn. Going back, I think, to what Jason said about the first one, I like the spice in the first one that I'm not getting here.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from this one at all.
I feel this one a lot more on the tongue. So the first one, I felt it more on the back of the throat. This one, I feel more on the tongue with the heat.
Yep. Same for me.
Yeah, I think Steve says in the comments there's a little bit of smoke in the palate that was a little more than perhaps the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, you're completely right with the ethanol forward. Yeah.
The finish I like on this one better than the second one.
Yeah, this finish is great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those that you could just drink and then drink more, drink more, and not really realize how much you're getting there because it's very smooth, smoky, and the finish is so nice. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's so nice.
It's a good winter storm whiskey.
Yeah, this will get you.
Hey, there you go, Jason. Yeah, it's the perfect weekend. We need a bottle of that.
Yeah, 50 ml of it.
This will keep us warm for sure.
Absolutely, Nick.
You won't quite know if you're actually warm or if your mind is just thinking you're warm.
Well,
that's real nice warm.
We're 3 samples in on 126 proof, Jason. I'm not sure what we're doing anymore.
The way I like to taste it is first I taste all of the samples right out of the bottle, and then I let it sit, and then I taste it again because I want to see if it tastes good on the next pour and the pour after. Yeah,
Arnav, I'm doing something similar where I'm drinking a little bit and then letting it sit and drink again. But Mike has a really good point in the comments about a couple of drops of water open. I don't have water handy, but that's a great idea, Mike. I should have thought of that.
Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, I chase my whiskey with a little bit of water just to cleanse the palate a little bit between going.
Yeah, if I'm pouring a bottle, I've always got a little bit in, just a little bit in there. But I didn't think of that when I came and sat down here.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Normally, I've got my little pipette to be able to do 1 or 2 drops.
Oh wow! That's great.
This one sort of stings you in the tip of your tongue, but then the finish just impresses you after.
Yeah.
And Steve in the chat is talking a little bit about how the finish lingers in your mouth a little bit on number 3, and it does for me anyway. I'm getting that. I'm still
Yeah,
there.
it's long and lingering. Yeah,
Yeah,
really nice.
I like that.
Ready for 4?
Ready for 4.
Hey, if 4 is as good as the first 3.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting just incrementally better, right, Jason? I mean, and better is relative here, I think, but still.
I don't know, man. The second one was my favorite for just for the nose and the palate.
Number 2 is brighter. That's kind of like
Yeah.
Agreed.
I like the heat of number 2, and everything about number 3 really is really good. But if you could put the heat in 2 into number 3, that would be the perfect mix for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great, Nick. If you just bring a little bit more into 3, right? Just a little bit extra. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm actually going to probably run an experiment of putting 1 and 3 together, because they were so different in where they hit you, back of the throat versus front of the tongue.
Right.
Did you sip 4 yet, Jason?
No, not yet.
Sip it. You're going to get that. You're going to get what you said, I think.
Oh, man.
Right? You've got a little bit of the heat from the earlier ones in there, but it's still very smooth. The spice
Yeah,
hits
you've got the back of the throat to the tongue. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that one just explodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good.
That one really pops.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the number 4.
Yep.
I agree.
It's funny how it was going to do exactly what I said I wanted it to do.
Yeah, you said it. I sipped it, and I'm like, hey, Jason just predicted the future.
Wow. Yeah, this has it all.
Yeah.
And I added a drop of water to my last sip there. Fantastic. What, honey?
But yeah, the little drop of water, it makes a huge difference, especially when you're drinking like Scott.
Yeah, and I just did that with number 4. I wish I'd done it with the other one, so it's an even comparison. But it's good. It really helps.
A drop of water brings out the flavor in 4 a whole lot more.
It does, yeah.
Wow.
I did that, and I'm looking at the comments that there seems to be a lot of consensus here.
Yeah.
If you add a little bit of water in this, it's really good.
Yeah, right. It hits you, Arnav, right? It really brings it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it with and without, and they're both great, but that little drop of water makes a huge difference in the palate as it comes in and then goes down.
And it's so nutty on the nose.
All right, so we all thought number 4 won. What about who came in second?
I would say overall number 3 for me. 4, and then number 3 is second for me.
I'm with Nick on that. Like we said, that smoothness and that drinkability of number 3,
right,
is really a plus. But I like the combination of things in number 4. So, but number 3 is definitely second for me. Like I said a minute ago, I think we incrementally improved our experience from 1, 2, 3 to 4. It just incrementally got a richer experience.
I mean, I like number 4, and then I actually like number 2. That like shock and awe of the bouquet.
The nose, the floral nose gets me. I'm a gin fan, so I don't know.
And
I'm curious who drank the whole sample on all 4.
Well, like you weren't supposed to, Nick. I thought we were supposed to down all of it. Just
no judging.
8 ounces into 126 of 126.
Yeah.
I got my mystery box today. I think Arnav is trying to kill me. Both of my bottles were over 60%. So
Yeah.
Maybe we've been putting more of the high proof stuff. So
don't change a thing, Arnav. Don't change a thing.
I like the higher heat. So good call.
Take out the water.
Have you guys tried the regular Rough Rider double cask? I don't know if anybody.
This is my first experience with the Rough Rider.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time I've had Rough Rider.
So that's this one, a regular label. So it's got a brandy cask finish. So being out in the east end of Long Island, we do a lot of private label brandies for the wineries. We actually make our own brandy. And this is the 10-year-old brandy that will take the bourbon out of New American Oak once it becomes straight whiskey and put it in these brandy casks, and that's where you get the finished flavor from. But we're using local Pinot Noir out on the east end of Long Island to make this brandy. So, the whole ecosystem is out there for us to produce these kind of things. Really kind of cool.
Yeah, I've had some really good bourbons and whiskeys that are finished in like the red blend barrels or the Cabernet Sauvignon barrels.
Oh, right.
I'm actually wondering how one of these, just finishing in a red wine barrel would change the flavor of it.
We've tried the red wine for our bourbon. It just didn't work because we experimented with just regular wine versus doing brandy. The brandy brightens the bourbon up a lot, and it makes like a killer old fashioned. I'll tell you. And then the Daiquiri Beach. This is kind of a cool story. This is the rum. It's 10-year-old rum that we made once. We made 20 barrels of it, blackstrap molasses, sugar. So we were putting the molasses into the mash tun to make the rum. They come in these 55-gallon drums. One of the 55-gallon drums slipped in between the forklift and just it went all over the place. It's like pouring syrup all over the floor, 55 gallons of it. So it took us weeks to clean it up, and we never made rum again. But we made that one batch, so we ended up with 20 barrels of rum, and it's just been sitting there. And that we originally did pilot run on the Field and Sound and the Rough Rider Daiquiri Beach. We separated them to just do them differently. And the Field and Sound was released. It was a little younger bourbons, maybe 4 years old, and then it sat in the barrels for about a year. These are like 5 or 6 year old bourbons, and they sit for like 2 years, 3 years in the rum cask. So you get a little more heavy flavor of the rum. You get those banana and coconut flavors. It's just a really cool spirit, and that's bottled at 105, where the other one is bottled at 120. So you get a lot more heat with the other ones. But this one, you're just getting a ton of flavor. It's like cutting into French toast. It's just it's a great bourbon.
Mike is asking, how do we get the rum? Mike is just as big of a rum fan as he is a bourbon fan. So
no, maybe we'll do a private label. We'll see. I got 20
I'm with him.
The problem is, it's like Daffy Duck. We only got one shell of it. We got that's it. It's nothing else.
Why is the rum all gone?
Well, we made it. We never made it again. So, but it's absolutely delicious. So we've never released it. We don't have a private label of brandy, which is at 170 proof, and this is damn good at 170 proof. But
you should do a private tasting in-house there. We'll come out and we'll do a little tasting because I see you got the bottles, Rich. You showed them to us, so we know you have it.
Come see us.
I went to Long Island Spirits and I tried their. He had me try their hazmat brandy. I think it was 80% or 82%. Yeah,
it's 170.1 proof because the legal is above 170.
You might have to give us a room while we're there, then, Rich.
I was going to say you better have some beds.
Arnav will come out. We'll come out. It'll be a great event.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what's cool is that when you come to Long Island, we have a store in Long Island which has all the Rough Rider bottles and the Fjord and Sound bottles open. So I always tell Richard as a joke, like, oh, our Northport store is like a satellite location of Long Island spirits.
It is.
That sounds like an invitation. That's what that sounds
Yeah, come.
like.
It's beautiful in the summer. You don't want to be here in the winter.
I grew up in Jersey. I know what it's like. I'm just over in Pennsylvania. We can just shoot right
There you go.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
too
just
far.
over in North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
Jason, that's not that far, Jason.
I know it's not, especially
I'm also in North Carolina.
Oh,
Look, everybody, it's a party.
Love it.
Nice.
So I'm going to revisit these, starting with one.
I just mixed like 50. I just mixed 50-50 of the number 2 and number 4 like Mike did. And the nose on this is one of the best noses I've seen. It's got the floral and the sweet caramel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have some more whiskey sent to my house stat for some mixing.
Oh, wow, that is good.
I'm gonna have to experiment on this all weekend.
Well, I need more to experiment with.
Yes.
Well, we'll get Arnav to buy all 4 barrels, and you guys can come up with your own blends.
Arnav would actually do that.
That's what we did last time. He tasted me on 2 barrels of the Rough Rider, Old Line, and then I was like, you know what?
Wow, that is good.
Yeah, it's funny. My bourbon group in town here was asking me. They're like, "How do we get invited to do all these different tastings for a barrel and everything?" And I'm like, "Here's the link."
That's right. Sign up, right? Sign up.
I just need a referral link.
Yeah, well, I know.
You know,
well,
for
so,
10 people I sign up, I get a free bottle.
Yeah,
Nice.
That would see.
Yeah, this is a cool way to
Jason's
do it,
thinking
Jason.
ahead.
It really is. Thanks for putting this together, Arnav. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Of course.
Is great. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. I was going to invite someone else, and then I realized, wait, they're not subscribing to the.
It's not the same without the whiskey.
They can't join.
Yeah.
No fun just to watch people drink.
Well, it's funny because I've gone through like half a thing of these, and I was going to give some to my brother-in-law, who also belongs to the Bourbon Society with me. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to give him some, if I'm just going to keep this all to myself.
Hey, man,
Exactly.
tomorrow, so you need it.
Yeah.
I just mixed number 2 and number 3 together, and it's excellent.
2 and 3. Have to get the big one out.
Let's just keep on creating like mixes for Rich, and like he's going to be doing that all weekend.
Yes.
Well, he'll have to create some mixes and then send them back out to us again, and we'll do this again.
I think you're right. Arnav just needs to buy all 4 barrels and mix them all together. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
mix 2 and 3. I'd buy a few bottles of that.
It's surprising, like the difference between the barrels.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
I am struck.
They all
by
just
that.
grew up sleeping right next to each other.
Yeah. And same virgin white oak.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. We Kelvin Cooperage. You know, they're just
Yeah.
Char
Same
2.
star. Because normally you see that like when stuff sits on different like sides
Yeah,
of the
different
rick
levels in the
house,
rick
different
house.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from the same run. It's just amazing how different they are.
Yeah.
I actually have a voting link for the barrels. It should be on the tasting notes cards that you guys got, but I'll also post it here.
How do we vote on the mixing of the two?
Whatever you-
How about the QR code in survey, Arnav, for the secondary survey?
Exit survey.
There you go.
Yeah, 2 and 3 and 2 and 4 really create a nice one.
See, I wish I had thought to save some, but I didn't. I just drank it. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. I haven't done these tastings before.
So Shannon, Mike, and me, all three of us have the same thought. Four was my number 1, and then 2 was my number 2.
Yeah, I think I've adjusted my rating to be with you, Arnav, and Shannon, and Mike. Apparently, I'm looking now. No, Mike, don't be sorry. I mean, I just didn't think of it.
Yeah, don't ever be sorry about asking people to drink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, number 4, I'm revisiting, and I'm revisiting number 2. I love them both, and for different reasons.
Well, Rich, I think if I had my credit card and I'm standing at the counter, I might buy all 4. Well, all 4 of them have a distinctive and unique character to them, but they all drink differently enough,
Right.
that they could sit on my cabinet and be independent of one another, and I would drink each one.
Yeah, you love them for different reasons. They're like girlfriends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't taste one and go, oh, I don't want that. And I've had that where I bought a bottle or I've gotten a bottle and I drink it. I'm like, you know what? This just isn't for me. But I didn't get that tonight.
Right.
Yeah, and I'd have to say, if I was picking a whiskey that, was just kind of a drinkable, just standard leveled out whiskey for, serving at a bar or something, that would be, number 1 would be my standard. This is drinkable. It's got good flavor and I can drink it all night. But the other ones have so much flavor profile to them, and they're more.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, they're very unique. Just wonderful character.
I'm just tasting the previous barrel pick we did, the 1665, and I think it's very similar to number 3.
To number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got that warm hug and the tip of the tongue heat.
Mm.
We're gonna make T-shirts, Whiskey Library T-shirts with Arnav's picture on it that says "The Warm Hug."
And a wheat farm in the
background. The Rough Rider warm hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are the T-shirts coming?
Yeah, you can call this. You can call this. What's the name of the winter storm?
I don't know.
I didn't even know what that named yet.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
it has a name.
on the news yet.
Yeah, we're looking at 20 inch. Just know it's
Well,
not
I
the
heard
warm
it was
hug,
Monster Storm.
Fern.
Mitch is calling it Fern. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's it. That's I heard that too, Fern.
Did you?
Yeah.
They're up to F already? What was F? Who was A, B, C, D, and E?
They just went straight to F.
This is fucked up. All right.
We're all F.
They should have just called it Winter Storm Fubar.
It really is. It's going to be a wreck. What are they saying down in the Carolinas, guys? Like are you guys going to be good with power?
They're saying power outages are probable, but it's going to be mainly sleet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is much better than freezing rain, which is what they were calling for before.
Yeah, a couple days ago it looked pretty bad. Now it seems like it's mellowing out.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we went from 22 and now we're down a little bit. So I don't know if that's good or not because it's still a whole lot of snow.
Yeah.
Right.
They're saying snow in the beginning and then like a coating of ice at night, tomorrow, Sunday night.
Yeah, that's the problem that they're having down here is, it's going to be snowing and everything, and then it's going to get down to 10 degrees, which means that anything that was there is going to freeze over.
That's the problem.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday, I think here are like the lows in the single digits, like 4 and 5 degrees in North Carolina, where I'm at. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I've got the lake effect for me, so I'm just on Lake Norman.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be.
But
be a mess the next few days.
30 minutes away from me is it's all the mountains where all the ski resorts are.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's a huge difference between, going from the lake all the way up to where the ski resorts are.
Right.
Yeah, we're about 40 minutes from the Poconos, 40 minutes to an hour from the Poconos. And I have a guy who works for me who lives in the Poconos. We got snow last weekend. We got, 5-6 inches. He got 12, 14. It's just like such a huge difference in going from one place to the mountains.
I go, where in the Pocono? You know where Woodlock is?
Mm-hmm.
Woodlock?
Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah.
Well, I go, me and my friends, like, usually like in September, we'll go for a weekend. We go golfing.
Nice. It's nice.
There's like 12 of us. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I guess Mike is on Lake Norman also. Hey, Arnav, you got to start up a store down here, except that we've got the alcohol board controlled stores.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is tough. You can buy fireworks there, but you can't, not as a resident, right?
Yeah, well, we go down to South Carolina for fireworks.
It's so crazy.
Just like we go down to South Carolina for alcohol as well.
I did not do my research before I moved here from Texas. I didn't know anything about the ABCs.
Don't even get me started in Texas. It's a 4-tier state. It's a pain if you're a producer.
It is terrible to be a producer and sell into Texas.
Yeah, I know. I hear. And they don't get any of the allocated stuff. It's crazy. They hold everything off to the side. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough state to do business in. Controlled by specs and total.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably going to come down to the Carolinas to do some picks with Southern Distilling and Jimmy Red, but I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, let us know. I know both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great. So when is everyone coming up to Long Island and visit me? Got to come this summer. Maybe we'll plan something, Arnav.
Rich, let's put something together. Absolutely.
Well, I know I'm going to be in DC in March, but I'd love to come to Long Island and taste some.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to come. If you come to DC, you got to come here and taste everything that we have. Because if you go to a distillery, you can only taste their stuff. If you come here, you can taste everything.
Send us your address, Arnav.
As long as I get the private library club that is free tastings.
Of course.
Oh, so Jason just had a better idea.
Cherry blossoms, Arnav.
We need to upgrade our membership, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, this is fantastic. This is a great way to spend a Friday.
It is.
So Richard,
the calm before the storm.
Yes.
This stuff as well.
Yes. The weeding.
He has this weeded mash bill, which is different from the Rough Rider. He didn't label it yet. But I have a few bottles here of the Whiskey Library Straight Weeded Bourbon. He named it Whiskey Library Straight Weeded Bourbon.
In honor of Arnav. So we bottled this at
Arnav is here
105
doing
proof.
God's work.
Who doesn't like weeded bourbons?
Right? You should have sent some samples to them with this as well.
We can do that now. We can do. It doesn't prevent us
there's
from
going
doing
to
it
be
in
plenty
the
of
future.
next time.
No, I was surprised at how drinkable the this was at 126 proof.
Yeah, I expected a little more punch, Jason. Right? There wasn't the punch that you usually get with the higher proof bourbon.
You expected it to be a Rough Rider, but it wasn't really rough.
Are you guys familiar
Right.
with Peerless Distilling?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they make a big deal about doing sweet mash. We've been doing that from the start. We started pointing it out once we heard it was a good marketing term to put on the label. But that, we've been doing that from the start, and I think that what it does is, from a chemistry standpoint, it lowers the acidity of the distillate before it goes in the barrel. So you can use a lower char barrel, so you're not getting that. When you get up into a char 4 level, you're getting a little bit more of a harshness because the barrel takes over and imparts a lot more of the flavor to it. Not a good thing, not a bad thing, but in our particular climate, in our microclimate, it's a little too over aggressive for us. And we found a sweet spot. We've experimented with char 3s and chars 4s. Whistle Pig, they mess around with a char 1 on some of their ryes. It's just interesting how the char level impacts a lot of the flavor profiles and so we like getting outside of our comfort zone with certain things and seeing what they did. And being around so long, when you experiment, you just get to see some of the fruits of what happens, and then you could put them into a commercial product. And for us, for whiskeys, we've standardized on 2.
Which is interesting because when you look at a lot of the major distillers out there, they're usually at a char 3 is like.
Yeah, exactly. It's the middle of the road, right?
Yeah.
Between 1 and 5, right? But I found it interesting that Whistle Pig, I think on their own homemade 10, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. They use a, excuse me.
Bless you.
Again.
Yeah. They use a char 1, which is kind of cool. So I like looking up char levels of different whiskeys and seeing, what they use. Yeah, this weeded is killer, Arnav. It really is.
Not a very conventional weeded. I always wonder how your high rye bourbon feels more like a weeded, and then a weeded bourbon feels more like a high rye bourbon. It's like got a little bit of spice and the salinity, which always gets
the salinity changes a lot of them, and where they sit in the barrel house and how far they sit from the wall. It's just so weird how.
Yeah.
So Steve is asking, can you share the mash bill on this set?
So our standard mash bill for wheated is 60% corn, 33% wheat, 7% malted barley. And then for our high rye bourbon, just take the wheat out and put the rye in. And it's the winter rye and winter wheat from Long Island and the field corn from Long Island. Malted barley, unfortunately, too humid to grow on Long Island, so we use Breeze.
Well, it works.
Yeah.
Well, cool, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
for
everybody.
hosting.
Thank you, Rich. Thank
Hey,
you.
appreciate it. Open invitation, guys. Arnav's got all my information. You guys come out to Long Island. We'll make
All right.
an event of it, and hopefully we'll do more of these in the future.
I was going to say we'll do a Long Island Bourbon Trail. They'll
I
stop
love
by
it.
the store, and then they'll stop by the Long Island Spirit, and all of us will just taste through a bunch of barrels.
Send it out,
We'll hit
Arnav.
pizza.
We'll sign up. We'll
Yes,
sign
sir.
up.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who's here. Thank you so much for coming
Very
up
much
here.
appreciate your time. Thanks so much,
Yep.
guys. And I love the feedback. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you guys. Enjoyed it.
For coming on and for all the samples and everything. We do this every single week, so join in and join the fun. We'll probably do another one with Rich.
I love it. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night and stay warm out there. You've got
Yeah.
samples to stay warm now.
Good night, everyone.
We'll
If
sample
you haven't
some.
finished them.
Take care, guys.
You too.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.